live. Yes. So
What's
welcome
up,
to
everybody?
Hey, so welcome to episode 16. Me and Bonks are holding down the fort tonight. As frightening
Because
as
we're
that
not at
is.
PAX and we're lame.
No, boo, we are not at PAX.
Bitter.
Shrivasta, Ian, and Tim are all at PAX, and they are on a quest for epic loot to share with you guys. And they are putting together, a PAX swag bag for a weekly giveaway. So be sure to like, follow, or subscribe to our social media for your chance to win. Thank you. My husband's turning on the space heater because it's cold up in this bitch. Sorry for the beeping.
Yay, April. What a great month
Yeah.
for not spring happenings.
April in Wisconsin. Yeah.
Yeah, Chicago. Same
Riveting.
same
Oh,
bullshit.
yeah,
different
you're an
state.
hour. You're an hour for me. You understand.
So big thing on the docket tonight, we're going to talk about Operation Supply Drop because that is one of my favorite charities of all time. We talked about it last time. We're going to talk about it again because we do have our LORT Nation team because we are doing the 8-bit salute, which is basically going to be a 24-hour game-a-thon of people going ham for this awesome cause. And Ryan's going to link that there in the chat. So, I mean, as far as my motivation, I've set myself to raise $250 for the team. Motivation to donate to my page. I have a lot of great Bonks' game chats that I would love to share with you. I've got some highly offensive ones and some highly really just wrong. And I'll happily share those with you guys. Once I raise my goal of $250, then we can have, I will put one up daily for like a week. I've got them all stashed like they're on back stock. They're just waiting. So please, throw something, throw a buck, let us know you're there. I'm married to a Marine who's retired, and he also is a gamer, and nothing would have made him more happy than to have video games available to him while he was deployed. And I think the same thing probably goes for people who are in the hospitals recovering. And it has been proven to help with PTSD. So again, something I know a lot about. So please support it, or we can fight about it. Either way. Because nothing says charity like threatening violence. So yeah, just check it out. And if you think you can raise some money yourself, we would love to have you on our team for Team LORT. We're trying to raise a solid, cool G, but of course we'd like to blow the roof off of that goal and go higher because, again, this is a very, very cool cause. Operation Supply Drop. Look up our team, LORT Nation. So that's those things. And once again, and I have one. I will tell you, this one game chat that I had, probably one of the worst things I've ever said to somebody, and it's so highly offensive. I might make it password protected, but I'll put it up.
Yeah,
it's pretty fucking bad.
I want to know. I'm so like,
if I reach my goal, I will tell everyone on air, but it's so bad. So there's your motivation. Please donate. Much appreciated. So Zia knows. Well, so we're not at PAX, but we're going to talk about PAX stuff and not be bitter. I'm going to be bitter, but I'm going to let Zia take it away.
I'm salty. Yes,
I'm pretty.
So right. So PAX. I've never been to PAX East. Like, I feel like it'd be so just like fucking cool. And I don't know. I've never been. Maybe next year I'll be good to go. But so it kicks off this weekend in Boston, and we're jealous of Shrivasta and the gang. I'm sure they're having a blast. And so Twitch is offering a live stream of the events, which you can catch here. And I think can we get that in the chat? Maybe.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Ryan, get in the chat because we care.
Yes, we care about your knowledge of what's going on at PAX. So I am personally excited to see info regarding the recently confirmed Borderlands, the pre-sequel. And I really, really like Borderlands. I think it's a really fun game. The series is very fun. Dude, it's so fun. And Handsome Jack, it's going to focus on his backstory and his rise to being the absolute crazy asshole that he is. I love to hate that guy. And so any announcements from Blizzard, so Heroes of the Storm, Warlords, and Diablo 3 are I'm looking at that stuff
high
too.
On your hit list? Awesome.
They're high on my hit list, yeah. Although I'm gonna make my Blizzard folks kind of upset, but I'm stoked about this Borderlands announcement. I think dude, I think his character was so
I didn't do that.
Thank you. Compliment.
We're gonna
There's this-
misbehave a little bit because Mom, Miss Trivasta, is not here. So
Right.
we're gonna burn
Kids
this
away.
motherfucker down.
Yes. We light things on fire. And get kind of nuts.
Uh,
So yeah, yeah, a warlord, or as some people, warlords of Draenor. So WAD. I almost called it WAD, but I didn't know if people would know what the fuck I was talking about. So
Wad is kind of a funny one, but
it's a
I
pretty
call
weird
it that.
game.
It's funny.
It's a
Wad.
WAD.
You're a Wad player. Say
It's a
what?
big WAD.
What you
So
call me?
yeah, Bonks, what are you looking forward to? Praxis.
My big one that I'm really keeping my eye on because I did love Injustice so much, and I'm appreciating what WB's been doing lately. Infinite Crisis, which is going to be the new kind of DC hero MOBA. I know for a fact that they have a fabulous booth up there at PAX, and I have actually given our mom, Miss Shrivasta, homework to go and check it out because I'm very excited about it. There's a lot of cool stuff going on with that, and so yeah, that's kind of my big one right now. Obviously, I'm keeping my ears open for a few FPS,
Oh yeah.
things. My ears open for Halo stuff, but yeah, right now Infinite Crisis definitely has my attention. And actually, I'm gonna have an article up soon because I got some cool scoops on it. So, and Shriv should give me more once she gets back from her amazing time at PAX that we're not having, and I'm hating straight up hate mode.
This whole episode,
Straight
we're
up.
just gonna bitch about them. Like,
Yeah, we're
they're
gonna put
not
this
here.
motherfucker down.
Talk nasty about them bitches at PAX East. Whatever, you know that she's having a blast. She better do her homework. I mean, of all the
Dude, I
things,
know she's
like,
having a good time. I know she. If you were looking at her Twitter, it's either the LORT Twitter or hers. She ran into Mr. Hip Hop Gamer, so she's definitely
saw
making
that.
the rounds.
I saw
Yeah,
that.
so she's having a good old time. Do you try any of the anime themed FT MMO parties? I actually don't. Do you at all, Heather?
No, no.
Well, maybe we should
Anime
try.
theme. Maybe we should
Just
try. Hey,
I'm gonna call you Lark.
Skylark.
Yeah, I have a couple of recommendations. Okay, what are your recommendations, sir? We'd love to hear them. It might be a little delayed, but yes.
Yes. I want to say Biffy McSkylar. Like,
Biffy Mix. Can we
Hey.
just call you Biffy Mixskylark? Okay, yeah, Ragnarok I've heard is awesome
Yes,
too.
I've heard good things about
But I burnt out on it. That happens. People go a little ham. So understandably so. All right, well, you know what? For you, I'll give it a shot. Eden Eternal. That one I've heard too. A lot of people who are actually big otakus that I know like that one a lot. So those seem like good calls. I trust your judgment.
I kind of want to call
Um,
you Biffy McSkippy. I hope it's okay. Biffy
Yay,
McSkippy.
Biffy McSkip nuts. What? That's wrong. Oh yeah, Dragon Nest I have done. Dragon Nest is cool. That I can confirm. That I actually got a sample at E3 a couple of years ago. It was a very good time. Good call on that one for sure. Nexon's actually, they're pretty great as far as just in person and in what they do. I think it's pretty awesome. So yes, props to Nexon for Dragon Nest. I concur with that one. Okay. So,
On our
and
shopping block here.
what's on our yeah. Oh, so Heather, you finished South Park. I have not.
Yes, I did.
So
I
what are
don't
your
want
No, spoil
Uh,
away. I don't get sad about spoilers.
I don't want to spoil. Oh hell! I hate when people spoil things for me. I mean, it makes me mad. So yeah, it was just about everything you would have expected it to be for a South Park game. It captured the show perfectly. It felt like I was playing an extended episode for the entire game. It stayed true. It wasn't like we're gonna blow our load in the first 5 minutes of the game. And no, consistently disgusting and funny. There was some spoilers for anybody watching or listening. There was a scene where you had to go. Actually, it wasn't more than a scene. It was like a whole drawn out thing. We had to go in Mr. Slave's ass. And that was disgusting. But it was kind of
You had to do
hard.
like the gerbil thing, and you had to find your way out. Or
Yeah, it was like the Lemmy Winks. Like they played like
Oh,
the
that's
Lemmy
right.
Winks. Lemmy Winks,
Winks.
Lemmy Winks. Like yeah, that bullshit. Like that. Yeah, it was fucking gross, but it was just funny and just nasty. But you know what? I dug the game. I think they gave it the Trey Parker, Matt Stone They did an excellent job on it. If you like South Park, you need to play that game.
Yeah. If you don't want to eat lunch for a week, you need to play that game.
That's true. Yeah, you don't really want to eat.
You really don't want to know where that stick of truth is going, but it has been a great many horrific places. Sparrow Prince, yes, all that.
All that stuff, yes. I couldn't think of the damn names. And there's just like they play the like music, and all that shit from it. So it's funny, but you're in Mr. Slave's ass, so it's kind of disgusting. I've been saying Mr. Slave, yeah. I was thinking of Mr. Hat, but it's Mr. Slave. I get the names confused sometimes.
Well, there's a lot of misters in South Park, and they all have
Big AL's
heads.
boyfriend.
And without clothes and mustaches, we wouldn't know any of them apart.
That's true.
And it's amazing how much Randy Marsh has become like a breakout star in these past like couple seasons. Yeah. He kind of won me over with what's the officer problem, and like he's really become just somebody. He's become his own monster. It's fantastic. How like he's kind of got like those like Ralph Wiggum's what the fuck, poke your grandma, like
he's like one-liner shit.
A good one-liner. Yeah, he's really he's batting 1,000. I like that they're giving Randy his dues. He's raised he's got 2 kids, a family man. He lives vicariously through WoW. I love it. I think he's doing good stuff. So. And yes, it's amazing how much HD can make a difference with fucking South Park, considering it's pretty much construction paper. But I
can't remember which one of them said it, but they were like, this show is like so shittily animated, but like it takes a lot of work to look this shitty. I can't really exactly, but like that's true, right? So
well, it takes more work now almost than ever because there's so many things that just make it easier to do. It's kind of hard to maintain that that nostalgic look of construction paper derp is what I'll call the animation.
That's pretty dead on.
Oh shit.
We wrapped truth, and so now we've started playing Final Fantasy X HD. That's my favorite game in the series, and actually it's a contender for one of my favorite games ever. I really, really enjoy it, and so I am pretty stoked to just go through it again and see the changes and get to play all the hidden stuff that we didn't get because the international version had it, but the American version didn't have it. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. There is shit in this version that we didn't get originally, damn it, and I'm ready to play it. So
I'm a little tired of having games have different shit depending on where the fuck you live, and I feel like I don't know, drives me nuts sometimes, and people get so psychotic for like the Japanese version of something, or and it's just it's fucking funny. I'll never forget. I think it was Lollipop Chainsaw. Yeah. You can't. If you look up her skirt in the American version, she like covers herself, but in Japan that's totally legit. And I'm like, how the fuck is that not legit in America? That's kind of what we're about. I see people's panuches on the tabloids. Like, what are we talking about? So, Zia, you are smoking hot tonight, girl.
Well, thank you. Snaps. You were smoking hot as well. Bonks had on a very nice, had a low cut going on.
I know. Well, yeah, I did, but I covered up because the bra is intense.
We had a moment before we began the show.
Very intense brassiere. So what the fuck? Oh, so tonight I wanted to talk about this thing that I'm going to troll, which is the Carl's Jr. Hardy's Mystique commercial. I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen it, Miss Zia?
No, I actually haven't. But if you would like to describe it to me.
I will describe it to you because fuck watching videos when I can describe things to you in terrible ways. Okay. So basically, it's Carl's Jr. It's some new fucking bacon cheeseburger thingamabobber, right? So it's Mystique, and she's got it, and she's like, "Check this fucking thing out." And like then Jennifer she Lawrence? Turns in. I don't think it's actually her because it's so quick. Yeah, I don't see that being possible. But anyway, she's got it, and then she turns into a dude, and then he takes a bite and is like, "Nom nom nom," and it goes, "Man up for this fucking burger." To which I go, "This is fucking stupid." First of all, why would Mystique need to grow a dick and some tenders to eat a burger?
Wait, she doesn't eat it as Mystique?
Yeah, she doesn't need
I mean,
a,
she's
she
Mystique
has to
all the
turn into a
time.
dude because she
Oh,
got a
fuck that
minute up.
horse. Whatever.
I
I
knew
want to see
you
a
would
hot
have
chick.
something to say about this because this is bothersome. Like,
No, it's
first of
troubling.
all, I want to tell Carl's Jr. and Hardee's, you do have a demographic in women. Like, I like a bacon cheeseburger, whatever the fuck, as much as the next person.
Yes.
So, don't count me out. And second of all, again, Mystique is a very much a do what the fuck I want kind of bitch. She'll take
Yes.
one of those fucking burgers and shove it in Magneto's face and not give a fuck if he's keeping kosher or not. She will do what the fuck she wants. Like if like if she wanted to eat that fucking burger, she would not need to grow a penis to do it.
Yeah, I don't
So,
bother.
I feel like if Mystique saw this commercial, she would turn into the director's mother and slap him in public. Like it doesn't fit her persona at all. So I was not amused with it. I just think it's fucking stupid. Now, if you wanted to sell a burger, you get Hugh Jackman, right? You get Wolverine Hugh Jackman. He grabs the burger, right? And then he's like, "What the fuck are you looking at?" And then he turns around, eating the burger, and then we get ass. That's how you sell a burger.
Hold on.
Just
Whoa,
ass,
whoa, whoa,
ass, ass. And
so you're
then
saying that it would just like show him doing it, and then it would just be like a butt,
like he'd
like a
grab it
random
and be
butt.
like, "What are you looking at?" Turn around, walk into the sunset with his burger, being a man. So you get the man factor, and then women get ass, and I will eat that burger all day. Just thinking
Yeah.
about it. So
We ought
that's
to
how
do
you
the
sell.
marketing.
Yeah,
The
they
marketing
say
for
it's
Carl's
yeah.
Jr.
Yeah, I mean, Carl's. Well, it's like either hot chicks like slobbing on themselves, or like Mystique having to grow a dick. Yeah, he should be eating it off his claws. Just shank that fucker and be like, yeah, and then turn around, ass, ass, ass. That's how you sell a burger. I've decided. Um, so, that's my troll on that stupid ass commercial,
No, I
and
agree with you. I agree
yeah,
with
I
you.
just think that's it's a bit of horse hockey there. I don't know. I was thinking like of other Marvel characters that could have done. 'Cause I feel like Marvel kind of slipped up, letting this dumbass thing slide. So I was kind of wondering like how would Deadpool eat a bacon? What you fuck it? And I figured it out. Um, I think what he would do is he'd probably like dice it up with his swords because he loves his blades until it's like liquid, and then he would take a needle, he would shoot it, and then he would just inject it, and then maybe have an orgasm. I think that's how he would do a bacon what's burger. That's the most ridiculous. I mean, I had to think the most ridiculous, stupid
That's
thing.
pretty. Yeah, that's pretty dead on.
I feel
So
like that. I don't
this
know what.
is. I
Okay.
was gonna say this is a bit of a tangent. It involves
Yes.
Deadpool,
Yes.
but there's a picture floating around. So this dude shows up at BlizzCon last year, and he's dressed like Deadpool. And it's actually a very nice costume. And he was wandering around, and people just were like eating this shit up. They were like, "Oh, Deadpool, come over
My
here!"
ass
Like,
was bulging because that's like my thing.
was it bulging? Like, was
It
it
was the bulge.
like was? I mean, I don't know. I don't
It
think
was in the
so.
picture. Okay, we'll talk to him about that then. Anyway, continue.
No, I don't. I'm trying to think. I think I was so rattled that there was a dude dressed as Deadpool at BlizzCon that I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, the man looked at his butt. It was
Deadpool could play
alright.
WoW. I could see him playing WoW. He'd be a troll, but he would play WoW.
Yeah, well, right. So there's a picture of me and Deadpool because he came up to me and he's like, "Yo, like, you see, you want to take a picture?" Oh, yeah, fuck yeah, whatever. He comes up and he acts like he's gonna grab my fucking tit in a picture, and I'm like doing this number because he's not trying to actually do it, but it looks like he's doing like the perspective shot shit. And so there's a picture floating around of Deadpool looking like he's grabbing my tit. And
Well, he does
and
love
yeah.
tits. I mean,
So
and that brings up a good point. It is con season, and gentlemen, I'd like to remind you, even though you are dressed as Deadpool, Wolverine, or somebody incredibly hot, that one does not mean that you are necessarily hot, and two never gives you a right to randomly grab boob. I'm going to tell you right now, if I catch you doing it, I'll probably elbow you in the nose. So let's keep noses from bleeding and remember those very simple rules. And
we
I
will
think we'll be
unfairly
okay.
check your package. We will unfairly
I
check your
will
package.
unfairly bulge you and say mean ass shit about your bulge in public. And for
Oh,
those of
see,
you who are
I'm
just
not that
joining
bad.
us, those of you just joining us, we're in Bulge Talk, which is, how Ladies Around Table goes.
Yes.
So yeah. Once again, just because you are dressed as someone, yes, exactly. Cosplay does not equals not consent. Just because you're dressed as someone hot doesn't mean you necessarily are. Doesn't mean you shouldn't wear deodorant. I'm adding rules now, but yes.
But like, let's say that your hubs like walked in and he was like, "Yo, Bonch, you wanna fuck?" And he was dressed like Deadpool. Would you go for that? Like, I don't know. I feel
Deadpools are tricky, dude. Because Deadpool is. If it was my husband, I knew it was. Sure, I'd do him with the mask on. That'd be adorable. But
wait, you'd make him leave just the mask on and just like naked.
I would tell him to leave it on, and he would, and it'd be great. I mean, look, as someone who's been married for a while, role playing is great. Okay, and what the fuck were we talking about? I just got into daydream land. So I mean, if a rando Deadpool comes, I mean, it's tricky because Deadpool as a character, I feel like he's every Marvel girl's, like booty call that you don't talk about.
Yeah.
He's a very hit it and quit it kind of situation because he's like a party mix. You don't know what you're gonna get. You don't know what personality or mood. You just know it's gonna be fun. And it'll be a story to tell your girlfriends only, maybe. Not all of them. Like, you don't admit to everyone that you may have hit that. It's kind of like if you did like Colin Farrell because he's kind of slutty, and it's like you don't tell your super judgmental friends because they'll think you have crabs or something. Like, he's that guy. So, yeah.
Can you imagine so like, hey.
So if a rando Deadpool comes up to me and goes, "Hey, you want to fuck?" I'd be like, "You need to take off your mask," and then I'm gonna judge you harshly, and then I'm gonna look at your bulge, and that's how you got to do it. So no, you can't. I mean, it's tricky. Masks are tricky. Chicks dig masks. Like characters across all genres, we love masks. My favorite guy in Naruto is definitely Kakashi. He's an open sex pervert porn addict, but he's got a mask, so it's totally okay. But I mean, that shit really doesn't work in real life all the time. Oh, look, Mom's in the chat. It's Carmen.
Say Mom is in the chat. Hey, Mom, we're talking about
we can't burn the show. Hi, Mom. She's at PAX. We're all mad. We were all just, are your ears burning because we're all hating you?
We're burning the show to the ground because we don't like you anymore.
Mom's not here. So yeah, hi Mom, bulges. So yeah, no, but I mean, is there any character that kind of makes you weak in the knees mask wise?
I don't know. That's such an on the spot question. I mean, I always liked. Okay, so I like Nightcrawler.
I love Nightcrawler.
But like, it makes me sound like I'm into furries, and so I also thought Gambit's really hot, because he has that accent and like.
Well, Gambit, Cajun accent, get one. Like, yeah. Gambit's hot, and he can cook.
Yeah. So, yeah, those would be whatever. Hey, Broom Fondle. Yeah, what he said with that sound.
What
hey, Broom Fondle, welcome to the chat room. It's probably him saying, "Stop fucking talking about dicks."
I mean, we've actually, our viewership has gone up since we started the whole bulge conversation. So I think we're in the right medium.
Yes.
Nightcrawler. No, I think he's cool. Actually, I was just reading a very old Punisher, and Nightcrawler was in there, and Wolverine was being a total dick to him in like the X-Men gym at the beginning of it. And I was like, Wolverine, don't be a dick. But I guess he kind of started off as kind of sensitive, which is cute. He has a tail. You don't know what he could do with that tail.
Oh. Okay, furry. I guess I just think of him being having like animal-like qualities.
Sorry, I just looked at the chat. Okay, say one more time. 'Cause I want to hear. Yeah.
Wait. No, I'm looking at what Celtic said. What about a Scottish? Like Scottish people, as in like. Would I fuck a Scottish dude? Like, my husband's Scottish. I mean, he's not like,
off the boat.
Fucking off the boat or nothing, but like wearing a kilt. But, sure, Scottish guys are hot.
I do love, I forget the name of that actor who played in First Class, Nicholas Hoult, I think his name is. He did that Warm Bodies movie too. He's pretty adorable as Beast. I want to pinch his fuzzy little cheeks. Beep.
He's cute.
He's pretty cute.
Yeah.
I do love that Michael Fassbender, one of my favorites, totally cock blocked him in that movie, and I was like, damn. So yeah, actually, a lot of people had a lot of problems with X-Men First Class. It's one of my favorites, honestly. I adored the shit out of that movie.
I really like that movie.
I thought I did not see Kevin Bacon coming at all. I was like, holy shit, and like I thought he was great. And what's her face with the hooties? Like she really, she gave me Frost. She gave me Emma Frost. I bought that, so I was actually pretty.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was actually pretty damn good, and it had a lot of cool, fun vibes and one-liners, and it was very cool, very cool era kind of piece. So I was definitely down with that movie. So we have a lot of people in the chat that I guess we should say hi to because they're all awesome. Besides Biff McFluxdark Biscuits, we have Wolfie. Yeah, Kevin Bacon was in 0 trailers. They blew that shit. They blindsided me. They was like, oh shit, and like I was like, I don't know how this is gonna go, and it was totally awesome. And yeah, Jennifer Lawrence was really beautiful as Mystique, and I like that. She actually has a sweet little can on her, man. Like she definitely. I mean, I bought it, like Mystique,
I'm a Jennifer Lawrence fan. Like she's from my hometown. So she reps Louisville, and yeah, she went to Louisville, or she is from Louisville, Kentucky, and that's cool, and I support her. So yeah, has a nice can. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Is my name that complicated? No, we're just dicks. We're sorry, but we appreciate you being a sport about it. It's also in neon green, and I'm old, so. But Biff McSkylark is what I'm going to assume your name is, for reals. But yeah, we appreciate you being a sport about it. And then we have Angels, and we have Wolfie, and we have Mom, Miss Srivasta, and we have Fuck Boopog. You say it right.
Fuck Boopog. What did you say earlier? Like fuck McBiscuit, fuck, what was it?
Everything's a biscuit. It's my word lately. I think I watched like Aziz Ansari, and then biscuit became a word in his thing. And then and then I just decided that biscuits was a thing now. Don't mind you. Oh, he's so nice. You're the best. Yes, we'll butcher it, but in kind.
Yes. Not to poke fun at you.
We are very X-Men heavy tonight, which is fine. I'm excited for Days of Futures Past. I need to see Captain America because Chris Evans is fine. You want to talk about bulbs?
Oh,
I love the first one. He like went into the Easy Bake Oven and came out a stud. It was like, hot dude Easy Bake Oven.
If only it worked that way.
Yeah, those don't exist. But I appreciate these guys who work out. Hugh Jackman says it's not easy, and the 300 guys, bless your hearts. I have played Marvel Heroes. Yes, good time. Agreed. So, I didn't play it much because I'm ADD and I have a lot of shooting to do. If you go to the site, which has been revamped, which is so beautiful, we're now like LORT Nation. Yeah. I feel like we look very fabulous. So we all kind of have our own little logos, which I'm excited about. As you can see, mine is bullet riddled because I do like to do the pew pew pewing and the shootings and all those things. And Zia's is super cute. And of course, Paige has.
And it's pink.
Yes, it's so it's adorkable. So yeah, if you haven't seen the new site, check it out. It's quite lovely. We've got fabulous new reviews up there. I talked about recently how jellyfish might inherit the earth and how incredibly boring that would be. And yes, it was an excuse to put up really cool pictures of jellyfish because jellyfish are pretty tits on camera. So, we're going to kind of get down to some of the meat of the evening, and I'm going to let Zia take it away because we're just kind of blathering on, but you guys have been very cool hanging with us. So what's the deal, my lady?
Yeah. Right. So what I wanted to bring for here is Anita Sarkeesian. Did I say that right? I didn't butcher it?
Yes.
Sarkeesian. So she was awarded... Okay, cool. So she was awarded the Game Developers Choice Ambassador Award, and she's the first woman to win it. Which is pretty good, I'd say.
I think that's
fucking great. Yeah, and so a lot of her videos, if you all are not familiar with her, she talks about media tropes. That's one of her things. And so, for example, she talks about like the damsel in distress. So we think about Princess Peach. There's Broad, gotta go save her. Maybe get your rocks off if you're lucky. What have you. And then she also talks about a trope called she calls Mrs. Mail.
Yes.
So for example, you got a character that's male, and you just toss a bow on it and call it a day. So like Mrs. Pac-Man, Dixie Kong from the Donkey Kong series. I know like Lolo. There's his girlfriend. Oh wow, I'm showing my
There was
age here.
the
Talking
Sonic
about
chick
Lolo.
from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, Amy Rose. Yeah. So yeah, she talks about those media tropes, and I guess what I wanted to talk to Bonks about tonight in chat room, feel free to jump in on this conversation, is like when you're gaming, are you always aware of like I have a vagina and I'm playing this game, and like, oh, there's this trope, fuck it, I gotta save this chick at the end of the game, and are you like aware, like thinking critically as you're playing a game? Are you looking for these tropes, and are you using a lens whenever you play a game? Does it depend on the game? What are your feelings about this notion in gaming and what have you?
I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, I've said it before. A lot of what Anita had been talking about through her Kickstarter project and everything, I kind of already known.
Right.
I'm grateful to her for kind of bringing it to an academic and more mainstream light, because honestly, I didn't pay the fuck attention, and I didn't realize how consequential it could be, not necessarily to players, but to how the industry talks to women. It has a huge impact on that. So, I mean, I definitely, and as far as the Mrs. thing, I mean, yeah, it's like one thing that bothers me, and we've talked about this long ago, was about, how I'll see a gamer tag and I'll see a Mrs. Gamer tag, and we were kind of like, that's lame. So, that kind of shit, and I mean, like, now I'm playing Ghosts, which of course, finally, I mean, Call of Duty's an old ass franchise, and now I can have, a vagine and, run around with my boobalas, and I mean, I'm so happy, I don't know. There's something that feels, same thing when it, happened with Halo. Oh, yeah, I get to be a female Spartan. It feels pretty cool. Because especially, I'm always playing first person shooter. So when I embody a body, it's nice that I don't have to have a wiener, because I wouldn't know what to do with it. Not that it makes much of a difference in gameplay, but it's just, I don't know, it's the principle of the matter. I think it's fucking cool.
Right.
Now, when a female dies in Call of Duty, this shit is loud as fuck, man. Like, when a woman dies, people can hear it across the map, like, Jesus Christ, who killed
Does it
the
sound like
chick?
she's having like an orgasm? Like she's
like,
enjoying that.
well, no, to be fair, it's not very
okay.
orgasmic. Halo had one of those. It's just kind of like, it's like a blood curdling, like, fuck, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's always so loud. But as
painful.
far as, being aware of my gender, I mean, again, Anita had good mind and good sense to do what she did. And she did catch a lot of hell, and still does, for the things that she's willing to bring to light. And I always give her props for that. And she puts it on a very academic, objective level. Which is, like that Princess Peach game and her special powers or her mood swings. I didn't even know that game existed. So not only did they not market it probably too well, but it was pretty fucking shitty. And, in that regard. So I'm not too much aware of it, but I'm grateful somebody is. As far as like armor and, costumes and shit like that, it just doesn't get under my skin, but it does, it does affect, I think, more so how the industry talks to us than how I feel about it. It's not really an offense factor. It's just kind of, you can tell they're still talking to dudes where, I mean, like with COD, Call of Duty, I'm happy. I'm wearing the same fatigues and the same shit as the dudes. I yell really loud when I die, and, I'm in a lady body, which I think is pretty fucking cool. But no, I'm not always, aware of it. What about you? I mean, you play Final Fantasy, you play a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
With,
I was gonna hit what Biff was asking in the channel about Amy Rose and Sonic. So he asked, is Amy supposed to look totally different from Sonic? She's a hedgehog just like him. Biff, what Anita, and you can help me here, Bonks, because you're smart and what have you.
Try.
And I know a lot about what she's getting at, because those tropes exist in literature. And so
yes, they do.
Right, it's in literature, and so when she was talking about it, I was like, "Oh, okay, this is the stuff we did in college or what have you." But
Mm-hmm.
this Mrs. Mel thing was a little new to me. Um, sure, her argument was that these women exist as nothing but extensions of the male characters. The males are always the hero, and that the women are just there as like the girlfriend, and they don't really have any bearing to the story. How would you? They're just there. They're not. You put a bow on it, and that's
Yeah,
supposed
and then
to, and it marks. It's supposed to mark something as feminine, and so it goes back to this idea that like we are marking women as women, and that you'll have a character that she has a bow, and so like she gives the example of the Koopa kids, right?
oh
And
yeah,
how Koopa so like right so Koopa pops out like 1,800 kids, and you got like
Jesus a
this
hoe.
one, yeah, this one hoe that has the pink bow, and her specialty is just that she's like a whiny bitch. And you got all these, but all the other ones are boys, and the boys are cool, and they got spiky hair, and they do fun shit, and the boys get to have a personality, and they get to have death and do different things, whereas the girl is, let's put a bow on her. She is the girl character, and that's
And
what she
she
does.
cries and whines. I mean, one of my
Yeah.
superpowers is to be a bitch, and I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
But let's think a little outside the box.
Right. Viv, I don't know
I don't
if
think
that
that
answers
hurts.
your question. I don't know if that answers your question very well, because it's sort of a weird trope that she's trying to get at.
Yeah.
And
If
I
you
would
actually
suggest
watch
her videos.
videos, you'll see. I mean, they're a little dry. I'm not gonna lie to you, but to really kind
They're
of,
dry.
they're pretty fucking dry. And I mean, but it has its place, especially in the academic world.
Oh yeah. It felt
And
like something
it's
she would
yeah,
present at a academic panel. Like
yeah,
you would go to a
and
panel, and that's what it seemed like.
that's her style. I mean, she really, I mean, she dug into a lot of archives. She found a lot of things that just never even happened, like a lot of games. I mean, she got in there, and for that, I do give her
Yeah.
props. And so,
Yeah.
and again, she caught so much shit. Her Twitter was lit up, and probably still does from time to time. It's just full of crap, and
Um, if you
it
can
sucks.
My argument is that if you can, I don't like when people of any kind of argument, if you just come up and you're like, well, I don't like this because of blah, 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 rabble, rabble, rabble. Like, if you can come to me and bring an academic article and show me evidence to back up your claim, then, in a way that's not necessarily accusatory. Now, she had some videos on her feed that were pretty, like, flat out, just like she was talking about Sucker Punch, and she was like, this is sexist, I fucking hate it. And when
Yeah.
you do that, it's
She's
kind of
done
like,
some shit on Twitter. I remember the one that bugged me was E3. And she said, "Thanks Microsoft for not showing any games with female protagonists." And that one kind of concerned me because I don't like, quantity versus, quality. I feel like, a lot of these writers, it's not necessarily, this is what writers, know how to write and know how to do.
right.
I don't want a female protagonist just because. I want it to fit. I want it to be purposefully done. I don't want to
Yes.
feel I don't want a cheap ass fucking we shove her in there because yeah, I agree with Biff on a lot of that, but
No, I
yeah,
I get what you're saying,
yeah.
Biff. Definitely.
Yeah,
Sorry.
definitely. So yeah, no, but yeah, no, it's I don't remember what the fuck we're talking about. She has a lot of she has a lot of great points to make.
Yes.
And so yeah, but yeah, it's a little bit tricky. I mean, and she's allowed to have an opinion is the other thing. I mean,
Certainly.
so I think people forget that, and yeah, they go very fucking hard on her, and it's not needed. I mean, there's this huge notion still among certain people that women are just destroying gaming. I'm like, dude, we've been here all along. We're just a
Yeah.
little more out there now. So trust
Yeah.
me, we're not ruining anything. But yeah, so I think it's pretty fucking cool. I mean, there's a lot of her arguments that, again, you don't have to agree with, but I just got a tweet from mom that she still sees us. She's watching us. Um, I'm gonna burn this
Okay.
motherfucker down. Let's
I
burn
think we're
this.
doing just fine. We
I
talked
think we're
about
doing fine.
bulges, having
Bulges,
sex
which
with
is a must.
Deadpool.
Sex, we talked about
We are having
burgers.
a serious conversation. Burgers. I'm kind of burging now.
I burped.
Not gonna
Did
lie.
you
She
burp?
burped. I mean, we've done all the things that are in a typical show. Um, you know, a snort.
Snorts.
That was
We'll get to those.
a sound
That's
clip
for
snort.
um. So Game of Thrones is back.
Cool.
Which I kind of wanted to talk about. I don't know if anyone has
Oh,
had a chance to watch
wait,
it.
I've read them, so anything you say
So
won't be
you've read
spoilers for
them,
me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't read it because they are incredibly like they're English long. But I'm enjoying the series very much.
Yes.
I love the idea of Cersei being a fag hag. I love Loras for last. My
Yes.
favorite thing about last season was Loras and the whole. Well, it's actually a brooch. Like that was my favorite. I'm just like, oh, Sansa, I need her to wake up a little bit. Like, I want to like her, and I feel like it'll happen. It's just, she's so, like,
Yeah.
dude, oh, I like your pin. It's a brooch. Like, okay. And now I love it. And Cersei's pissed she has to marry him. Dude, it's not like you were going to hit the skins of this dude anyway. You're a brother fucker to the, to the core. And then,
Yes.
everyone, look at, Carrie Fisher was married to a gay man. She had a great time. Fran Drescher, Debbie Reynolds. I mean, they all had a really good time. I think she'll be fine. She'll
Yes.
just relax. I mean, I honestly, I think it'd be a very low maintenance marriage. And he'll always tell you when you look, like, when you're acting like a bitch. And I mean, he
Yes.
probably won't even care because they're both kind of bitchy. And, I do pity Marjorie, though. I feel like at some point she's going to have to do something with her husband, her little shithead Joffrey husband, which I would just stab myself in the vagina. You know what? I'd
So
probably stab him in his sleep.
I have not. So I was gonna say I haven't watched the most recent episode, and I know when it ended on the red wedding, right, in the last season. Right?
Well, pretty much.
Which
There was a little bit after, but yeah.
God bless it. That I haven't watched that episode, and I don't intend
They
on it.
sold that DVD on people's reactions to it. I mean, I couldn't wait until my mom got to it. And I sat there just looking at her for for the red wedding because it was totally fucked. I mean, they went
It was
fetus first. I was like, oh, wow.
I reading it in the book was tough. It was like whoa shit, like you don't see it coming. It just kind of like and then all hell breaks loose. So I know.
No, once they started, here's my rule. What I learned once your enemy's tune, their jam is playing at your wedding or your friend, that's when you know shit's about to go rise. So as soon as I heard the song, it's like the Rains of Castamere, whatever the fuck it is. That's when I knew shit was gonna go awful. And then it totally happened, and it was like a roller coaster ride. I was like, oh, and then Kat went out swinging, and I love her for that. But honestly, people were so shocked. I really wasn't. I felt like her and Rob made some dumbass decisions, and I guess I had heard early on that you don't get attached to people in Game of Thrones, and so
No,
yeah, so I felt like, you kind of had your comeuppance, and it's not for lack of trying to do the right thing, but it's a little common sense couldn't have hurt, and I really don't understand why he had to marry her. I just like, duh, you're an idiot, dude. Like, mega king fail. You don't do that shit. That's asking for a problem.
So Joffrey is so what's he doing? Like, bring me up to speed. So Joffrey is
so he's so cute. He's like, so I won the war. It's like, okay.
Bitch.
You go ahead and think that, pumpkin. Everyone else does. And he's just, he's not doing too much right now.
He's hanging out. Okay.
He's hanging out being a dick in his cute little, suits, his little like pantsuits that he wears.
And you haven't read the books. You've not read the books.
Yeah, I've
you
not
don't
touched
know
the books.
anything? Okay.
I know nothing. I know of the author, and I know that he likes to dress like a train conductor, which is totally cool.
Yeah, he does.
And I know that Kit Harington is adorable, and all the actors in there are pretty incredibly gorgeous. They did recast, and I don't know if it's because he's a face shifter or not. It didn't seem like, but they recast this guy, Jared, what's his face? He was super hot in the last season, and he's okay in this season, but he's not blonde and he's not totally pretty. And I didn't know if it was because he was one of those, kind of guys or not. But he was really hot last season. You're not sure, yeah. He was really hot last season. He was like, he just, the hair you went and played with. I mean, slutty hot, but hot. And then he kind of turned into he kind of looks like a weird, Sean Penn, Adrian Brody thing, which is fine, but I wasn't prepared for it. I was
Adrian
like,
Brody, huh?
yeah, I mean, which is totally, but I wasn't expecting it. And I was like, what the
It
fuck is
took you
that
by
noise?
surprise. It took you by
Yeah,
surprise.
yeah, I was
You
like,
were
okay,
startled
so
at the
that,
change. Yes.
because he was pretty fucking adorable last season. I mean, he was scrumdiddlyumptious. He was. I mean, you could tell he was all slutty, and you need slutty hot guys. Especially because Jason Momoa is dead, and he's totally hot.
God, you know what? In
He's
the book,
gorgeous.
I want to say that it is so heartbreaking. That whole
I
like they
know.
really go into their relationship in the book, and it really it's hard when it happens in the book, and it's kind of
I
like
can
I was
only.
upset by it because I really liked his character a lot, and yeah, and he was fucking oh,
Yeah, Jason
fucking
Momoa has those
hot.
eyes that are just
Oh,
out of control. Talk about one of
hell
the few
yeah,
like white dudes that can do dreads. Oh yeah.
yeah.
You could definitely do those. And I did. I mean, I when I first saw him, and Emily Clark is so insanely small. You're looking at this huge guy, and I started calling him horse dick because I was like, he's gonna deflower her. She's gonna die like Catherine the
That's
Great,
how it is in the book. I mean, she's much younger than he is in the book.
Yeah.
And so it's really like you're like, oh, as a girl especially, you're like,
And
oh
then he's
fuck, like
being
horse
creepy, like, no, like that's the only word. Dude, come on. She's like the size of your thigh. Be nice.
yeah.
You know
Yeah,
words. Use your words.
like their whole but dude, it gets really like the whole thing is very like sensual and it's kind of fucking hot in the book. And then you think about who fucking wrote it, and it's just like this dude who looks like Santa. And you're like, kind of strange.
Ah,
So
yeah. And
but
then yeah.
it's yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Sorry. Sorry, I kind
Yeah.
of ruined the moment.
Yeah, because
But
he's not just, I mean, he literally looks like a furry little troll in a conductor outfit. And to think that he gets very, randy in these books is just kind of a little, I can't.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but, I mean, I'm sure he could make someone very happy.
I was
Um,
reading. He told the producers like he's told them the end because he's worried that
oh,
he's going to kick the bucket before he finishes the novels. I was reading it somewhere that he's told
stop
people
being
how it's
Carl's
supposed to
Jr.,
end.
dude. You'll be fine.
Juniors
Well,
kill
fuck.
us. So anyhow,
Yeah.
are
Anywho,
we?
so yeah. So all
Are
right.
we?
So
Yeah.
I think we're about ready for some shout outs.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna let Zia start, and then we have some contest news for giveaway. Brr-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Right. So
Um,
okay, I'm just gonna hop right in here. I want to give a shout out to the Git. Let me try this again. A
okay.
bit is what I'm trying to say. A bit, BIT. A bit of Geek and Nerdery podcast. They just became a Catalyst Gaming Media member, and they're just really, really nice. And so go check out their podcast. A bit of Geek and Nerdery is just like it sounds. They talk Doctor Who, comic books, everything, Warcraft, all the like. They are a good bunch. And Will, who's one of their hosts, has a very nice accent.
Oh,
Thank you.
really?
You approve?
Accents. Get
Yes.
one.
It's a
Hashtag of the night.
it's a nice accent.
Um,
So yeah. And then my other shout out is to I'm gonna put his name actually in the chat room because it's kind of weird spelling, but it's
yeah,
X
I can't
Clips.
say it. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
that
it's
that guy.
X Clips. That guy. So for those not in the chat room, it's the Twitter handle is XECLYPZ.
Y Z E.
Weird spelling, but yeah, he's Eclipse, and he's revamping the logo for the Sundering, and this kid is fucking talented as all get out, and he draws really fun. Like his art style is really similar to like if you threw together Disney with like sort of like this anime big eyes style of art. He's fun. He's really super nice, and he wants to start doing well, I say commissioned work, but right now he's not asking for money. He's just wanting to get a name. So if you want character art done, he's your man.
Oh, that
So,
sounds fabulous.
yeah. I give
Yeah,
him a
hit
little
that guy up. For sure. It's as a writer, I can say doing shit for free does pay off.
love.
It doesn't seem like it,
channel.
but yeah.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Now he has his DeviantArt. Huzzah.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at it. Haha. Wow,
Yeah.
he's pretty fucking cool. I'm gonna have to talk to I'm gonna have to talk to him later. What the fuck was I gonna, oh, so we have a giveaway. So I don't know about you all, but we're I think pretty much most of the ladies here at the round table, I would say, are Loki fans. Especially
Yes.
since the movies came out, because he's pretty fucking cute and he loves his mom, and he's a bad boy at the same time. How do you love your mom and you're a bad boy? I mean, that's just asking for fangirls across the world. So obviously we had the little Funko Pop Marvel bobblehead from the Thor 2 movie, and I'm going to announce the winner because it's adorable. So can we get a drum roll, Ryan? Maybe he might be asleep.
Long drum roll. There we go.
Winner is Amanda Meyer or Mayer.
Woo.
Amanda, congratulations! You have a new boyfriend who you can carry in your pocket. Yay!
Yes.
So Carmen's
Congratulations.
going to get in touch with you via email for details. Congratulations, Miss Amanda. We had 125 entries on that one, so to say that Loki is
Wow.
popular is an understatement.
That's awesome.
Loki's pretty damn fabulous. So I'm going to do a few shout outs. I want to do a shout out to the Sundering because they're following me on Twitter now. And I'm following them.
Thank
And
you.
we're going to talk.
We're
And
gonna
then, and then I want to give a shout out to Miss Amy Hanna and everyone on staff at Amore magazine. I want to talk about Amore for a second, which is this fabulous new steampunk magazine coming right out of here in Chicago,
Ooh.
in my hometown. I'm going to have an article up like tomorrow, and you'll see some of the fabulous work. This is Amy's first publication. She is a photographer by nature, an amazing photographer. She's worked with Oscar winners and just fashion designers everywhere. She's pretty fucking amazing, and she has brought me on as her managing editor, which is astounding. So
that's awesome. I'm a little jealous.
So-
Editing is like where it's at.
it's
awesome.
it makes you hate yourself because everything has to be perfect.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful publication, and again I want to thank Amy and Amore. They're actually having this huge event on the 4th, and it's going to feature like 30 amazing photographers, countless models, and it's this huge steampunk theme. It's going to be totally fucking ham.
In Chicago.
And it's in Chicago. And
Ooh.
obviously we here at LORT are going to have the exclusive because I am the managing editor and I will be there to cover everything, give you some really awesome behind the scenes shots. You're going to see some incredible professional movie grade makeup done by amazing artists. So it's like cream of the crop here in Chicago, going to be in one place doing a massive photo shoot. It's going to be incredibly cool, and I will give you guys all the details. So follow me on Twitter for that, and check out the site probably tomorrow. I'll have that article up to give you a little sneak peek of what Amore is about, and actually the digital copy of Amore. Yeah, yo, dude, you should.
That sounds
Amore is available. There's a sneak peek, spring preview issue available now on the HP thingy-mabobber. I'm going to put up the link in the article. But it's like for $13 you get the actual physical print, and then you'll get the digital print for free. If you just want digital, it's like $4 or $5. So yeah, if you're a steampunk fan, if you're a fan of just awesome makeup and really cool clothes or just amazing photography, check it out. And so yeah, that's my big ass, long ass shout out. Shout out to Mom and everyone who's at PAX. And my Twitter, Mr. Wolfie, is at rbonxr. In fact, I'll put that in chat and type it really loud because you guys love my loud ass keyboard. I'm actually
Kind of comforting.
I'm trying to look for a sponsor for a soft type keyboard. So if you guys know some good brands, and maybe they want to sponsor a person who gets in fights with teenagers on Xbox Live, they can hit me up and I will make them look awful. But yeah, so you are most welcome, Mr. Wolfie. I love having Twitter followers. I don't know how great of a Twitterer I am, but I do my damnedest.
Yeah.
I do love Paige's cat. Paige isn't here. Paige's cat. I don't remember the name of which one it is, but he's really fancy and he has little white paws. And he looks like he's wearing a tux and he's cute. I make special little memes just for her because he takes amazing pictures. So that's like my new thing. And then I do retweet almost anything that's on emergency kittens. So that's like a thing I do.
Oh,
So there you go.
yes.
That's how amazing I am at Twitter.
Go follow Emergency Kittens if you're.
Yes, Emergency Kittens is totally tits. Shout
Good
out to
idea.
Emergency Kittens. You could be having any kind of day. Any, like, just the shittiest day ever. And Emergency Kittens will fix you up.
Yes.
So that, like, just any day. They are a necessary thing that needs to happen. So, up there you go. Thank you. Emergency Kittens are for winning.
Oh, distraction now. I'm distracted.
Yeah, we're not going to
Emergency
close this
Kittens.
show. So I think we're just going to close this show on that note. Yay, me and Heather, we did it. We burnt this show to the ground. We misbehaved. I burped. You guys in chat were awesome.
Thank you.
And bulges are cool. So thank you guys so much. And now we're going to sign off and hopefully not blather through the credits like we always do.
Embrace the bulge.
Embrace the bulge.